Hey guys, Magnus Bestest here. So let me just do a quick video. I'm not trading right now at all. Just enjoying the beach, summer, traveling. But what happened in the trading space is just pretty wild. So as you have probably noticed, most of you, Donvo, the trader, very well known, especially in the forex markets. Trading gold on live streams. He actually lost everything, especially was worse for his followers. Basically, or a lot of them invested in his MAM accounts. So basically, we were talking here about the MAM multi-account manager, or PAM, which is percentage allocation management module. So it's more likely he was using PAM, as basically normally it's illegal if you are not a financial advisor and have some license to do a MAM. So probably he went with the PAM account to manage his followers' money. So I'm not gonna waste your time, guys, on the details that you can find in the other videos that have been done already. Um, like some screenshots of some of the lost trades and people complaining on Twitter, on X, on social media platforms, on YouTube. The perspective I want to give is basically what we can learn, what I think actually happened, and what actually you need to be careful uh, about in the future, guys. I just want to give you a very quick and very quality lesson here. Um, So I didn't really know Donvo. I didn't talk to him so much. Just on his live streams a couple of years ago. I remember how I was a little bit provoking him because in the morning I traded the London session and I was like boasting how much I earned already in the morning. He was just starting his session on his New York session a few hours later. So basically, I was doing my live sessions with showing my whole screen, and you could basically see me trading and winning. And he was actually not even said that transparent. He was just showing trading view mostly. So yeah, I think he didn't like it, and I don't know if him or some of his admins on the chat blocked me, so I couldn't even continue. And I also talked to him on Instagram a couple of times, but he didn't even remember that he gave me a ban or block on the chat. So he said it must have been some of his admins. So I don't know, whatever. I just didn't watch his live stream anymore. So no problem. I was basically when I was um, eating or something, I just like to see what other traders were doing on the markets. It was just I just like to learn from everybody, gather information. Okay, so my point is, you should basically never give so much trust to anybody. This is the big lesson, guys. He, especially to a guy who is having a negative risk to reward. So basically, his wins are very small, and the losses are a lot bigger. So this is directly a red flag you should never dismiss, because he's just a person, and no matter how good of a trader he could be, how many years of experience, how many years you've been watching him, and you feel trust towards him, he's still just a person. There's a million other things, not just his emotions, that can fail. Some servers, some yeah, I don't know, like some slippage. It can be like some broker problem. Somebody can even you know uh, lie to him in some ways. He can be betrayed by some brokers or people he cooperates. Basically, it can be anything, uh, and especially if he has a negative risk to reward. There's just one or two losses, and you are already in a negative territory. or very bad emotional state. And of course, it can happen. He can just, no matter how experienced you are, you can start breaking your own rules, especially if you feel this burden, this pressure that you are managing other people's money, and also you actually don't think clearly, of course, in this situation, so you don't realize that if you continue trading, you are basically just revenge trading and even making it worse because your brain is not, your mind is not at the correct state, and you don't notice. If you are in panic mode, you just don't think clearly, and you just don't stop. And this is probably what happened. I don't believe he did it on purpose. Like Rock pulled uh, the money that he had, basically some percentage of the fees, the commissions, and he just split the profit with the broker. I think, of course, I don't know, basically, it's just my opinion. Probably he had uh, some percentage of the profits, but I don't think he did it on purpose. Yeah, he just ran really into the panic mode as a normal human being with such a pressure that basically it can happen. You trade a few years, and then one time you can just flip because you are just a human. So, and of course, I don't wanna like say what this is what happened or that is what happened. Nobody knows until he comes up online, because now he's kind of like hiding. Of course, we need to give it a benefit of the doubt. We don't know actually why he is not responding, so also you need to be um, aware of that. We just don't know, you know. Hopefully, nothing bad happened to him. Hopefully, he was not like forced to do something, or I don't know. We just don't know. So don't judge him, guys. We just don't know anything. But what I wanted to say and focus, this is very important, guys. So I just don't understand, like, how can there be still so many people saying like, oh, I put all my money. There's a lot of comments like this, like they put all of their savings, even like for a house. Like he could even, some person said he could even buy a house for this money. Now he needs to work another 4 years to collect new money of this size. Or some people, typically like 7,000. The maximum was, I think, what was reported like 125,000 lost dollars. So this is crazy money, and you should never, never, ever to trust with such a huge amount anybody, guys. I like seriously, even like banks, like you need to diversify. You need to be very careful. You need to be very. Don't put, and not even like, how can you give so much money to a YouTuber, guys? To a person, to a trading account? You should not even. This is just crazy. So what I wanted to say, this is the important thing. Uh, how I work, for example, I I am a very empathetic person. I always want to do everything myself. I don't want to bother anybody. And if somebody gives me some responsibility for something, first I try to avoid it. Second, once I accept this responsibility, uh, yeah, I feel a big pressure, and I would never ever risk uh, uh, by far, like seriously, I would never risk not even $1. If it's possible to avoid any risks, I would always go this way. And though I would basically take care of the money more than my own money. And this is some, for example, to give you um, a perception how you can understand it, how I am. So if I go, I rent a lot of flats on my travels, Airbnbs, bookings, hotels, and I always I always try to leave the flat in a better state than it was when I entered it. This is how I am. I just want the person who gave me this trust, this um, uh, I take this responsibility very seriously, and I want to do the opposite. I just want to make it even better, not just leave uh, the flat in the same state. I want to, for example, clean some old stains, or some like some nice surprise for the owner of the flat. So basically, this is how I am. I want to give a surprise, positive impression always. So now imagine that I would never take like so much money and manage it. And there's a lot of people offering me thousands of dollars, just like please, please, please manage my account. And I just don't do it, guys. I don't need this stress. I don't need this, and I don't even know like what kind of legal, responsibilities there are. So basically, I just don't need these potential problems. And but what I'm trying to get into is, because I'm still a human, first, and second, what I want to say, there is something as I said, I would never want you to put like a lot of money in one place, because you cannot even trust brokers, no matter, like, I just don't, you know. For example, I take your money and then uh, I put in some broker and the broker fails, but it would be on me, and I would feel bad that, but I would have nothing wrong to do with it. It was not my fault, but the broker did something, or I don't know, and still, I would feel very bad if it was like via my um. It was if I was in this trade with you, guys. So the maximum thing that I would do if I were to offer any similar services, this is what I'm trying to get into, guys. I've been working on a bot for many years. I've already said it many times in my videos. Uh, it was like basically 6 years in development. I was trying to, come up with a bot that I would really be satisfied with, because there's, you know, uh, I'm said, I'm a very responsible person, and uh, other people would have already released also my previous versions of my bots, but I'm just not satisfied. I want it to be something really special, nice income, nice percentage win rate, and very nice predictable outcome. So basically, and not within like a year. I want it to be steady, nice profits. Not just no big drawdowns. Nice monthly returns, ideally around 5%. So this is what I've been, and I've done, like, guys, you cannot even imagine how many tests I've already done over those years. I'm a person, if you read my VIP, I'm a person who is able to just work non-stop, do a million tests. Like, I do so many stuff at the same time. I test this little detail on the strategy. I change this, then I change this, all the combinations, and isolating different things. So I know which thing improved the bot, which one was not so ideal. Then I tested over more pairs, assets, to make sure it was not just accident on one currency pair, or so to make sure it works actually every time, everywhere. So this is what I've been doing, and all days long, and what the important thing is that I have finally created uh, this bot, guys. There's just a few things I need to make sure, some fine tuning, but basically it's consistently profitable. Tested forward testing, even forward testings are doing very well. Back testings a couple of years on different assets. So this is basically a huge thing for me. I'm so happy, so proud of myself, so excited. Similar like last year when I was excited about publishing my state of the art AI more advanced indicator for trading view. I was actually really like that was also a lot of years in development, and now now it's even a lot better. There have been a lot of updates along this year as well. So super excited. Similarly, right now, of course, if you remember, I also launched my uh, MGB crypto coin. That was also a lot of excitement, in April this year, March, April. So now again, this is probably even more exciting because if it, guys, imagine like completely on autopilot. Of course, I need to create now the whole strategy, like how I could offer this service to you completely, guys. Uh, as you know, as based on my personality, I need to come up with something. There's basically no way you could lose money, or you could lose like a lot of money. If some like broker or something happened, like some out 1 out of million possibilities, and because there's always nothing is 100%. I will make sure it's not possible to lose more than um I would say like 1,500 or 1,000. And the reason is because I would only allow you to use it on prop firm. So funded accounts challenges and funded accounts and managements. I would not allow you to give me a account number and where you would say like, oh, I put there $1,000. No, no, no. I just don't need any of these responsibility. I would allow you to put it only somewhere to some funded account where the maximum what you can lose is what you put by buying this funded account. So this is something where I would feel pretty comfortable, you know, and it wouldn't make a lot of stress on me because there's just like limited, very limited and small potential loss. So this is what I want to say, guys. Don't put money to other people's accounts or management systems. This is just crazy. How can you put even like 5,000, 10,000? Like anything can happen with the broker or with the psychology of the trader. And then of course, if you put it to a bot, this is better. There's no psychology, but the bot, of course, needs to be well studied, well backward and forward tested. And as you know me already, and if you want to know more about me, just read my VIP, Magnus Best VIP family Telegram channel. I really am just about the efficiency and the responsibility, and I would basically I do everything possible to avoid any stress, and any bad situation. So you can be sure that I would not risk your money, no matter how much you would pay me. So I'm still, as I said, fine tuning this system, and when it's ready, hopefully this autumn or winter maybe, but I'm gonna try to do it in autumn. I will let you know. Stay tuned. I will do also some pre-sale to get a huge discount, like 40%, as usually. You actually already know from my last year's pre-sale. I never do it again. So basically, if you miss the pre-sale, you just like it was even, what was it, 40%, or it was 50%. I don't even know now. I have never offered it since then anymore. So if you wanna have a half price, you really should apply for the pre-sale. This is just a good information for you if you wanna save some money. So what else, guys? What can I tell you more? So one time I think I saw him putting 30 lots on gold, and his TP take profit was around 10 pips. and his stop loss was more than 100, or maybe even like 150 pips. So this is crazy. This is the right there. You are just a person. You can continue doing like maybe even by luck, but one day, one bad day can come because these just statistics, and it can just blow your whole account, especially if you start to lose even your rules. If you start revenge trade. Some people think he used HFT bot, high frequency trading bot, and then that's why he suddenly started to do a lot of trades, because he made like something like 300 trades, and within 3 hours he lost all the money. Uh, some people say it was basically accumulated from all his followers, or the people who he managed. It was around $3 million. So basically, he lost around 95% of all that money. This is crazy, and these things should never happen. So as I said, maximally it should be, you should be trading a prop firm with limited loss. Just what you paid for the challenge account. Because if you want to have, for example, $100,000 to be managed, why would you put on that managed account $100,000 of your own, if you can, and risk losing all 100,000, if you can just buy a prop firm funded account, challenge, pass it, and then just risk basically those 500 that you pay for this challenge. That's a huge difference. Risking $500 versus 100K, $100,000. That's a crazy risk to me. And as I said, you should never do it. And what I actually don't really like, I try to watch the live streams of Danvo friends that I know they have been many times on his live stream, like a regular guest, in the corner with a little video of them, you know, basically waiting for the same trades, more or less. And I watched them because now they still continue doing lives, and people, when they ask in the chat like what happened with Don Vo, they just ignore them mostly. So this is something I don't really like. But of course, I don't know what's happening, so no judging here. But yeah, I would prefer you guys also like at least say something, not don't ignore the chat. I think it makes it look uh, even worse. It doesn't put a nice shiny light on you either, guys. You're just ignoring for some reason the comments. That's not nice. So yeah, that's a just an advice. At least say something. Okay, there you have it, guys. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you will not risk uh, this this way anymore. And yeah, and basically also please in the comment section tell me if you are a victim of this. I will really like to see you in the comments and tell me what you think, how much you lost. So tell me what's your opinion about Donvo, about the situation. I'm really interested in your opinion. So in the comment section, just let me know. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.